Mac, if you're ready, we can go anytime, dude.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm as sure as the music's just going to start when I'm talking.
He's on a schedule. He has to get to a fancy dentist later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so anything that...
Getting your chompers fixed.
No, my kid. But yeah, close.
No, you made those too.
Close.
Don't lie.
Yeah, I still have I have the perpetual gap. I will never get rid of that. So it is what it is.
Perpetual gap was your name in high school. I remember.
Yeah, right.
My dentist told my dad that my teeth would grow together for about 10 years.
Yeah.
He was so wrong.
They grew together, just down, not.
Your dentist was Denny's. It was not a dentist. It was the guy at Denny's. Denny's tests.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Damon, we've been doing this for a while. Why don't you tell everyone that's just catching up to us that this is their first time listening what our podcast is about? Putting you on the spot, go ahead and go. See, he doesn't know because he does nothing. Anyway, how was your week?
Right. I do know because I branded it.
I have been holding that the whole time.
Have you really? You've been sitting on that one,
I've
huh?
been sitting on that.
That's
I was
pretty
like
good.
all day. I'm like, I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but I cannot wait.
And there it is.
And here we are. That's what we do. That's what our podcast is.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sarcastic and ironic view of everyday life. That's what we do.
I've already passed that.
Yeah, that's what we do. So you want me to read you the cue? For those of us that can't read, this is what it does. So my week, two things. I did learn something this week. Did you know that the people that use the praying hands emoji is not praying hands?
Yeah, it's high fives.
It's high-fiving. I've never went up to somebody and go, condolences, up top.
Right.
Okay? I've never done that in my life.
Right.
Been like, up high.
Well,
Don't leave me hanging.
I mean, that one maybe, but the other one it could be like, yo, you love Jesus? Me too.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
High five.
I got you. High five.
Yeah.
High five. Yeah. Team Jesus. High
Yeah,
five.
right.
I got you.
Yeah.
But it's the other thing is like when you're like, yeah, well, hey, if he's not doing well, if you could put him in your thoughts and prayers, high five. You know what I mean?
Oh, too slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gonna die.
Where's the down low one? Yeah. Down low. Too slow. He's not going to make it.
He's not gonna make it. No,
Whoa, he ain't gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's gonna die. Because the Denny's doctor told him. Denny test. Yeah.
That was twisted.
You got it, sister. Anyway, other thing I learned, my daughter, I can tell when she's done doing dishes because she does dishes like a 90s rock star leaves the stage in Cleveland. She takes the towel, whips it around a couple times, and throws it like at the wall. And what'll happen is it'll land on like one lucky canister. Will get a souvenir from her doing the dishes.
She does that like leaving Cleveland, but she's actually in Detroit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cleveland.
She's like, good night, kitchen.
It's Detroit, right?
Right.
No one cares.
Yeah. But I just laugh because I'll come home and I'll be like, there's dirty dishes in the sink. And I'm like, Miss, why didn't you do your dishes? And then I started looking. I'm like, wait a minute. I look, and if the towel's there, so now thankfully she doesn't listen, but she could fake me out just by coming home and throwing the towel over that thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, they dirtied that many dishes after she did them?
Yeah.
That's amazing, But it's so funny because I saw her doing it, and I'm like, every time I want a towel, I fold them real nicely next to the sink. You know me, I'm very anal with stuff. Has to be where I'll go to get a towel and I'll look and there's like six of them.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, there's like six of them on the canisters. I'm like, okay, somebody did the dishes, But that's what I learned this week.
Well, the same with me. I'll put all those dishes in the sink, in the dishwasher, turn it on, and then I'll go collect all the dishes that are randomly around the house.
Yeah.
And there'll be a whole nother sink full. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because now I got to unload this and do another one so we can be on top of it.
If you were missed, you would need 2 towels.
Right.
Okay.
That's a 2-towel job.
That's a 2-towel job.
I learned this week
Yes.
that, now this is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, that if you were at a business that is inside of another business, so it's a bigger building and you have a smaller portion of it.
Yeah.
And the bigger building catches on fire, setting off the sprinklers in the whole place, and you take all of the cash you have on hand and put it in a airtight bag and put it in a safe in August, that when you reopen that bag in January, you will have a moldy bag of money.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Right.
I also learned that hypothetically, you can't take that to a bank. You have to submit that to the United States Mint
Really?
to get that replaced. Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
I wish I was.
Wow.
Because I'm not saying a guy that I had to take care of a guy of that. I'm not
Right.
saying I had to take care of that, but I'm telling you the guy that looks a lot like me I had to figure out the answers for that.
First off, I feel terrible for that guy.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, high five up top. So
Yeah. We also, I put this out on social media that airplane designers literally think that only 12 people out of the 200 people on a plane are going to want to bring a bag on other than what they check at the gate.
And I told you that bothers me too.
You've never been on a plane, you wouldn't know.
But I told you that bothers me too. I was showing support
Yeah.
for my best friend and podcast sidekick.
Yeah. So I
You
traveled-
glossed right over that.
I did. 'Cause I don't know who you're talking about.
Mac.
So that's also doubtful. I have to travel for work now, much further than I used to. So
Gotcha.
I was in Atlanta and I had to make last minute changes. So I had to change my flight. So I decided that I would pay extra out of my own pocket to get a little better seat on one of the flights because it was available for like $9. Under $10, I get more leg room. I can stretch out and everything.
Sold.
That was a short flight. We literally went, they're like, flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff. 8 minutes later, flight attendants, please prepare for landing. Literally, like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was like, wow, this was great, but I didn't have it. So then, we landed the far end of Charlotte. Now I've got to walk all the way to the other end in 20 minutes to get on my next plane because this was rebooked by the company's travel, not by me personally. Because I like to give myself a little longer than a layover than, well, I hope I can cross my legs because I don't have time to go to the bathroom
I was going to
and
say,
just walk. Yeah.
What kind of world-class
So
furniture
I'm
do
just-
they think they have working for
yeah.
them?
Well, that's the thing. And then people got on the moving sidewalks and just stood. So I'm running next to them. And there's a group of women, and they're like, I can't believe having to run for your flight. Why wouldn't you just plan better? And I'm like, the reason why I'm running is because you're standing on the moving thing.
Right.
If you're supposed to stand on the right, walk on the left, but they just like totally just spread out over the whole thing. So I had to run around them. And I get in my next flight, which up until 5 minutes before the door closed, there was no one sitting next to me. It went person,
That's a win.
empty seat, me in the aisle.
Yeah.
And up until the last two people on the plane, it was an empty seat. And then a mountain of a man starts walking down the aisle. And I'm like,
Were you doing the math? Where's the open seats?
oh no. Yeah, there's no open seats in front of me. I turn behind me and I can't see the open seats. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And he does the thing where he just kind of nods where I'm at. And I was like, yep.
He goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Kool-Aid
Yeah.
guy.
Sits down. Now, you've never been on a plane. Etiquette is that if you're in the middle seat, you let them have both armrests. But that is the delineation. You can have the armrest, but no further.
Okay.
This man did not read the manual.
So that's the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
If I was to sit in my seat like you would normally sit, like squared up, shoulder to shoulder in the back of the seat, fine. His like left shoulder blade,
Yeah.
no, his right shoulder blade would have been totally over the right side of my chest.
So it would have covered your emblem on your shirt.
Yeah, totally.
That
It, would
checks
have,
out.
it,
Yeah.
it literally would have covered my chest. So I'm leaning now into the aisle.
Sounds safe.
Now, there is a woman behind him who every time she has to adjust herself doesn't pull his seat, pulls mine. So now, about every 10 to 15 minutes during the flight, suddenly I'm yanked back and to the left. Because there's a second shooter.
Second puller?
Your second
puller.
puller.
Okay, second
Now
puller.
I'm pulled into him and back. Just do I think nothing. I just think that's weird. I think it's inappropriate. Don't figure out a way. Like use the armrest to pull yourself up. You have two of them. You're in the middle, lady.
Right.
But when the drink cart comes by, he pulls out a can of Pringles from I don't know where. I don't know where he was hiding that because he was taking his mask was taking
Wait,
up.
Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah, Kool-Aid Man just he gets his drink.
Yeah.
He actually helps the kid in the window seat who doesn't understand what's going on because the guy was asking, "Do you want a drink?" and he didn't understand. And finally, we find out it's because the kid speaks Spanish. So Mountain Kool-Aid Man is like Drinko, Sprito Coco, and I was like, no, that's not how you do it. And the kid doesn't want it because he thinks it costs money, and he's like, Frio, money, no money-o, and I'm like, oh my god,
Really?
so the kid figures it out. But anyway, after the car
So the
goes
guy's
by-
classy,
yeah,
too.
after the car goes by, this guy has his Diet Coke on the tray, and suddenly a can of Pringles appears out of I don't know where he pulled this. Just because he reaches under the tray, and suddenly it's like, and there's a can of Pringles. He sets it down. After about 10 Pringles, he takes a stack of like 5 or 6 and holds them over the back of his head, just to the row behind. I'm
Oh,
like,
no, the puller.
the puller is with his wife. But she got on 20 minutes before he did.
Well,
So I don't know what he was doing. Well, he probably took him a while to make that walk.
right.
Yeah.
He was winded. He
Right.
sat down.
I was like, you know this woman and she's pulling on my seat?
He was in the pilot seat going, they had to let him rest before they put him down the aisle. I'm saying that because I'm quite large, so I find that interesting. But
So
anyway,
I can't tell you how many times I got hit in the back of the head
right.
because I'm in the aisle. And, all it takes is a little, hey, excuse me. But it was, I'm going to hit this guy first and then say, excuse me.
Right.
Order of operations, people.
Yeah.
Order of operations. I don't know if you know this. I will move
Yeah.
if you say excuse me first.
Right. Yeah.
I will slightly be less angry if you say excuse me after.
Yeah.
The best part though is the flight attendant turned around with his elbow and clocked me good. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So I'm like, "Hey, don't worry, just my face.
Yeah.
Not important."
Shouldn't have had it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
My
was
face
like,
doesn't belong there.
Don't worry, I got two of them.
So now, but here's a question that I think needs to be answered. Pringles is a shrapnel chip.
Yeah.
Were you in danger?
No,
You had him going overhead.
I think, yeah, well, that probably would have been the most in danger, but that man's mouth was big enough to literally just take in the entire saddle shape of the Pringle.
I got to figure that's like throwing a tabletop in a wood chipper or something. There's got to be some kind of shrapnel on you.
What I like is they no longer serve peanuts on most flights, because of the
Allergies,
They
right?
don't know who they
Yeah.
But in any of the stores that have 17 different names, but they all have the same equipment, and like I don't know why they name them differently, you can get 700 different types of trail mix with peanuts in it. And
Really?
you know who buys it? Me. Because I want my trail mix on a flight. If it makes the person next to me allergic to peanuts lean further away, game on. I have won this round.
Could you imagine though
If my man had swollen up.
Yeah, if it's swollen up bigger. It's like, oh my God. And I brought shrimp. Tell me you don't have a shellfish allergy too.
I tell you though, the things people bring up, like we got up in the air. This is the first flight when I have more room, so I could slide away. I had the window seat and the aisle seat to myself.
Right.
I look over, suddenly the guy next to me is eating a stromboli.
Yeah.
Where did you get this?
Well, but even you, like, I have trail mix and shrimp. What is this mixture that you bring?
What I want to know is, where did you find the Sabaros in here?
Yeah, I would have went had I not been running to get to this plane.
I mean, to be fair, I came out of Atlanta. That place is so big. There might have been 7 Sabaros I never even knew because it's
Really?
Yeah.
There's one in the restroom. It's like, yeah. It's right
They
next
have
to
a
the
thing.
napkins.
They have a thing. I think it was named by me. It's called the plane train.
Okay.
No, yeah. So if whatever terminal you land at, you can take the plane train to a different terminal. Of course, when I came in, I landed at A. You have to go through B, C, D, E, F, and T before you can get out to the rental cars. So I think I could have just literally driven to the rental car place, and it would have been faster than that.
Tell me there was 2 L's.
No. Because I would have gotten off at one of them and just stayed.
There's not 2 L's in Atlanta. There's just not. So you learned some stuff this week too. You learned.
Don't put wet money in a bag for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, and you learned that
An airtight bag.
don't get excited about having an open seat next to yourself.
Oh, man,
Premature excitement is terrible. That you're setting yourself up for letdown.
And luckily I know how to pop the armrest on the aisle side.
Right.
Because otherwise I literally would still have I'd probably still be stuck in me.
This is mine now.
Yeah.
I'm getting
This
off
coming-
the plane
this
with this.
coming with.
This is with me. Yes. Yeah.
Well, that first flight, because it was so empty, like I had all the seats. This guy, like when we parked, and you park, and then the lights come up, and there's a ding, an audible ding. That's when you know that you're stopped. This guy from like 6 rows back just zoomed into the empty spot so he could get off the plane sooner. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need $9, sir.
Yeah.
Because I paid $9 for that opportunity.
$4.50.
And you just snuck right up. Yeah.
You can
all
split
right,
it.
we'll
You can split it. You can split it. You know. So I like that though. Whoa. Hold your horses there, Chachi.
And I'm not kidding. I audibly was like, what is this?
Yeah. Did you call him?
Yeah.
Good. You should. Listen, we live in a day and age where you should be able to.
What are they going to do at that point? Throw me off the plane? That's
Right.
where I want to go.
Right. Yeah. Oh, do I get off first now? Everybody else has to wait while they get me off the plane.
I apparently have to get to the other side of this GD airport. Can you just take me over there?
Yeah, security, can you drag me to Terminal T? I don't have rollers.
All right, I'm good now.
Yeah. And then you hear the women, I can't believe people get dragged through this airport.
Can you believe you have to get dragged to the airport to catch your
They were on the walkway.
Should have. Yeah.
Yeah, they were on the moving walkway. So, hey, I want to address something. I put on social media, I put a picture of myself, of course, because that's what I like to do best. But I put a picture of myself holding a box of Kraft. macaroni.
what?
Yes, I did. Kraft macaroni and cheese. Okay. And not only that, it was the 18 pack, which means someone used his Costco card to buy name brand mac and cheese. Okay.
That's
That-
shocking.
That was a
for you.
bragging moment for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I put it out there, and only one person had a slight idea of what that actually meant. Right.
Well, yes, it would be our super fan.
Yeah. 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 He might be here.
He
We
probably
don't know.
knows more about what we do than I do.
Yeah, we don't know. He knows that I have an appointment later. He let me know this morning. So, but I do have a question. Cheerios is bringing back their heart-shaped Cheerios. Now we know that there's no chance of me having a box of actual Cheerios in my house. What shape am I going to be? It's got to be a body
some
part.
Some of them might be hearts in there just because they're so deformed. They're not actual O's. But the irony is that Costco's house brand, their Kirkland signature,
Yeah,
is specifically made to be as good or better than regular stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the one place where people go out and try to buy the house brand.
Really?
And you went there and bought Kraft.
yeah, I did. But it was a great price. So I was like, we'll take this.
Yeah. What is
you know?
what is your cereal? Your Cheerios? Millville? Is
Yeah,
that the name?
Millville. Yeah, Millville. So
And maybe there's some. Maybe all the O's are broken and they're supposed to be M's.
wasn't that like romantic comedy show that was on like well, that was Smallville. Never mind, it was Smallville.
That was a Superman thing? I don't know if I'd call that a rom-com, but all right.
I didn't know. But no, I
Somebody say. All right, fine.
but no, but I really thought if mine going to be like spleen shaped or something, they're going to pick a different body part, right? What are they going to pick? You know,
Yeah, you're right.
toe,
Kidney.
you know, kidney. It's got to be something, something healthy,
Yours are probably going to be butthole shaped. They're just
Right,
O's, just O's.
right? Yeah, these are the beehole.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
We're
Also in chocolate.
they're just sponsoring prostate health.
That's what it is.
Have it checked, boys.
If you can fit your spoon through it,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Right.
That's not good. So, and then I had one more thought this week. This was my favorite thought at like 2:00 in the morning. What if
Oh no.
they had like, Disney World, Disneyland? What if they had Damon Land or Damon World? Okay.
Okay. Well, there'd be no air rides.
Correct.
Everything would just be those cars on the track.
I wrote on here, there's no heights.
Yeah.
or
yeah.
thrill
Look,
rides.
Nailed it right out of the gate. Right out of the gate.
All the thrill rides are only gift shops because that's where I go and hang out at the end and wait for my family to come
You wouldn't
out.
even have the Autotopia where it's just that car ride on the rail. It smells like oil and gas.
Yeah.
That'd be your one ride.
Right. No, it's
Actually, no. And
a little dangerous.
yeah.
So every seat on every ride is really wide. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Even though there are no rides, you just said it's gift shops.
no, for the thrill rides,
Oh.
there's gift shops
Oh, okay.
only. Okay. But like, it's a small world. Yeah, you could do stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I
So
mean?
you're saying Mountain Man wouldn't be taking up half my seat
Correct.
on your ride? All right,
I don't know if
I'm
the-
almost in.
Yeah, but if the boat don't float, it doesn't
That's
matter how big the seat is. I photobomb every picture taken because it's all about me.
It'd be great if there were just cardboard cutters of you on actuators everywhere.
like
you said-
pop-ups.
yeah, it says Kodak moment, right? So people stand there and take it, and all of a sudden, as they go to shoot it, it just pops out.
But it's almost like on when you go to the range and they pop up.
Yeah.
And then you got like you're spin kicking them down before they snap the picture. You're like, oh, throwing an elbow. And I disappear. Yeah.
People just learn to take pictures at like the dumpsters and the restrooms just because they know that they're probably not.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, don't take pictures by the bushes. No. There's 6 of you that pop out, all in different poses.
One of me's like a chipmunk. You
Yeah.
know?
The speakers on them have gone out. That checks out.
All the characters, I never thought of this. All the characters have my face on them. So it could be a chipmunk, doesn't matter. Damon face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides, you got no money yet, so all the sounds are just like, David is the bird.
I can't let you name him. You'll be like, that's Scuzz Lightyear over there, you know? So, but I did
That's Sticky Mouse. We don't want to know why.
but I did put, there's a bronze statue of me in the middle of the park because the world revolves around me. It's my world. And then my two last ones, all the concessions will have off-brand foods. You know that, right? You'd be like, this lobster roll tastes weird. It's not lobster, okay? It's wobster, okay? What's it made out of? I don't know. Hamster? I don't know. It's hamster
What's
roll.
a hot dog? do I want one of those?
That sounds like something you pay extra for. I don't want one of those. And the last one, all the restrooms only have half-ply toilet paper. So you're like, okay, now we're living the full Damon experience, you know?
What's a dill whip? I don't want a dill whip. That's what it is. I know I don't want it.
Pickles in a cone. It's great.
That
That's
sounds
how we
like
sell it.
something they'd have on oh God, what's that show that?
What's that?
The pickles in a cone sounds like that song that on that show that we watch on HBO with the religious people.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're, the Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, misbehaving, eating pickles in a cone.
Pickles in a cone.
I was hoping we were past that.
No, that's coming back.
First off, it's coming back for another season. Thank you very much. So he's hysterical. Danny McBride, he's hysterical. So anyway,
Baby Billy.
I just want to go through that. So I would call it Damon World. By the way, Mac, if you could turn the heat up like 400 more degrees, I'd appreciate it because the
got it.
eggs I set on my lap are not cooked yet. I appreciate that.
Oh, how have you?
Hey, do you need a lid for those?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, has
Okay.
your family like recovered from the financial disaster?
Yeah,
that was losing
that's what I said.
4 eggs.
I go, that was like $175 worth of eggs.
Now, here's the thing. I was in a grocery store all week.
Yeah.
No, I know. No one likes braggers. Yes, the Eggland's Best, organic, whatever, 7, whatever, something. They had other eggs there, $2.
Yeah, right.
I get everyone like, well, yeah, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
But they had, and the whole thing, I have been places I get it, where they're totally empty of eggs. Apparently Atlanta's hoarding all the eggs because it was full to the brim.
You need to go to
You're-
Hawaii where
yeah.
the chickens roam free. That's where you
Nicole
need to go.
could have ruined thousands of eggs, is what I'm saying.
Right.
If she was in Atlanta.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you right now.
Now, is it because you buy Millville cookware? Is that why that lid broke?
I don't know. She uses the same glass cookware to cover the eggs, to cook, so they cook. And all of a sudden, it sounded like a gun went pop, and I went, "What was that?" And then all of a sudden, you just see
Eggs are done.
Yeah. I'm like, and I told Chuck, I go, just eat around them.
I mean, it was safety glass. You can find out.
They're crunchy. It is what it is.
Now, is that how your son likes to cook? Those yolks looked hard. Is that how he likes them?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I like a little bit hard.
Yeah,
Just,
but no.
just like his dad. A little bit hard.
Gets that from his mother. So anyway,
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
She likes his.
Yeah.
She likes his dad a little bit.
she has very poor taste in everything. So yeah, we know that.
It has never been more true. That checks out.
That checks out more
Yeah.
than anything.
Nailed
Right.
it.
So, and then the last thing from the week I want to talk about. My wife, I usually leave the TV on like HGTV or something overnight, but I look to make sure there's not going to be like an infomercial coming on at 4:00 in the morning because then like that change from like the, to the sham wow guy, it wakes you up. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't need this energy.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, cool. Slap chops on.
yeah. It's like, okay, cool. Thanks, Vince
Yeah.
from Sham Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, or what's the other one? The big one where it stops all the leaks. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, flex tape.
Yeah, flex tape, flex seal, all that.
Yeah, Flex
now
Seal,
we can
yeah.
stop you see the thing they got now that goes up and down doors. They can keep your flood water out. I'm like, there's no way.
You say that like I've seen it, but I've not
Okay,
seen
but
it.
it's-
I believe that they've done that though.
Yeah.
The last time I saw infomercials overnight is I was in Minneapolis at a Chad Daniels show.
Yeah.
And I slept in the outer chamber
Yeah.
because someone wanted a window open at 8 degrees and a TV on at 40.
With a fan.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you heard him that night
I'll be in here in this den on this couch.
on a couch that barely fits me. That's where I'll be.
Yeah.
But,
with the mountain man from Atlanta.
But no, so that's how I sleep. It is what it is. But anyway, try to leave those on. She comes in, she'll turn on the killer shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now,
She's just taking notes.
yeah. Well, I wake up and one of the shows was on. This was this morning. So this was like 2:30 this morning. They brought this girl in for questioning. Okay. They treated her like a witness. Cause that's probably, hey, we're questioning you about so-and-so. They're really drilling her. Right. So they bring her in, they treat her like a witness. Then they show her journal where she wrote notes time-stamped around where things happen to a guy that's now dead. Okay.
Yeah.
And they show it's about her poisoning him. Okay. That's not it. They go to her, your browser history from when she was at college during this time frame.
Yeah.
And she was actively looking for, now mind you, on a college browser where it's
Right. Everything is recorded.
Yeah. She's actively looking for how to kill someone, how to poison someone, so where did you're in college. You can't hide anything.
Well, this is very interesting because
Yeah.
I just saw there's a trial with this guy who killed his wife. This,
Okay, I
this
was
literally
just thinking about
this
that.
week, right? Yeah, where they went and they showed the timeline. Like at 9 a.m. he looks at how to dispose of a body. At like 9:35, like how to dismember a body. At 10 10 o'clock, like, can you melt down a body? Like stuff like that. Like 11:30.
Wow.
How do you remove web browser history?
No, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's just standing in court. And the prosecution is just reading off like, hey, real quick, we're just going to go, can you speak to these like things that we found on your Google history search? And it was exactly what you just read for the
used incognito. What happened?
I used it in burrito mode. What are we doing here? Yeah, but it was. I was like, you can't be talking the same story because you're talking about a woman, and this was saying it was a guy, but it was the exact
well, and
same thing.
this show's probably 5 years old. It was on, but
will anyone miss?
Yeah,
but Kimberly Smith.
but why don't you Google it like in a different way? Like, hey, how do I save my friend that probably just got poisoned, or how do I know if they got poisoned? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
on that episode of Dexter, how did?
Then put asking for a friend. Just type it in Google.
Yeah, that's why I miss Ask Jeeves.
That's not
Jeeves asking for a friend.
Yeah. Look,
hypothetically. That's the problem. He didn't put hypothetically.
You got to put hypothetically, or you have to say what's Ricky Bobby. With all due respect, then you can type whatever you want. Okay. It's not submissible in court. But no, I started looking. I'm like, they sat you down, and then they pull out her notebook. They're like, does this look familiar? She's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, hey, you took notes of what you did.
I like to be thorough.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
It was a checklist. And then you checked. He died. Check. It's like the next thing.
That was kind of a gateway one. Yeah. Like I had to get that one first before the rest of these fell into place.
That was a yes, no, maybe box.
Yeah.
They're passing notes to each other. Did he die? Yes, no, maybe.
Well, that was a if this, then.
Right.
So if this is yes, then we have to go to the rest of this checklist.
Yeah,
if this is no, this checklist means nothing.
This is kind of like a weird game of Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to roll the dice, and if this happens, we're going that way. Okay?
Roll for initiative. Here we go.
So anyway, I just thought that was so wild that like that's how they cornered her, and then it was her and her mom. They poisoned her dad. They killed her dad, and I was like, you have to be kidding me. Well, she wanted all the attention. They were actually working on poison.
Well, no, what's best is that her mom was like, okay, let's kill dad. You take notes. Yeah. In your handwriting. Right. Go to college under your browser and look all this up. But leave me out.
But in the notes, it's like, talk to mom today about killing dad. You know what I mean? You're like, no.
The one time you listen.
Yeah. So I just, what's weird? She probably didn't take that good of notes in college. You know what I mean? It's like she didn't pay attention. She didn't take notes. She took them one time. That backfired. So again, if they ever bring you in for questioning and they go, hey, we think you might have witnessed something. No, you're going to fry.
Yeah,
okay? You're going to fry.
I guess that's easier for kids these days because nothing's in their own handwriting.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I didn't type that. Yeah. That's not my phone's font. That's not me.
It says sent from Damon's iPhone right at the bottom. Yeah. I got to delete those things.
Why is it on there?
Yeah, why? What? That's weird. Did somebody steal my iPhone for 6 minutes on that night when they died? It's the same as when they're interviewing them. They're like,
sent from Ted's phone. Who dis?
Yeah, right. Asking for a friend. You got to double up.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
I got home from my travels this morning, so I'm tired. Mac, anything about your week? No, great. What's going on?
Hey, so let's do some fun facts. So, hey, I have 3 awesome ones right here. We're going to start here. There's a Starbucks located.
How long have you been sitting on that?
What? Fun facts.
You said that, and also there's a graphic.
There's a graphic. Look at that.
I think only we can see.
Yeah, right.
To keep us focused.
Yeah. Now it's very hard. Now it's very hard to look.
Whoa.
To look at that slightly. But anyway, there's a Starbucks located at the CIA headquarters. Here's the best one. Baristas are not allowed to ask for names.
Nice.
So
not even like code names.
No.
Is it just like squiggles on it that they still get wrong?
Right. But so who had the mocha venti whatever crap they I don't know what they dish out,
Person 1?
Yeah.
Cappuccino for person 1.
Hey, mustache bald spot. 3 guys turn around. What size is it?
Yeah, I got a cappuccino and a flat white for same clothes as yesterday. Everyone knows what you guys are doing.
Yeah, right.
We know what you're up to.
Hey, Sammy Stakeout. I don't know your real name. Yeah, Sammy sleeps in the front seat. But no, like I said, I think it's awesome that not only you go to the trouble to let's put a Starbucks in where? Let's put it in CIA headquarters. It's like, where do they not go?
Yeah.
What kind of clearance do you think you have to
No,
have
what's
to work
best
there?
What's best is there's one across the corridor. Ooh, am I going east Starbucks or west Starbucks?
You know what's weird is when the guy comes in, he goes, "Oh, you got Starbucks?" He's like, "Yeah, I just went to that Russian guy in the vestibule that has his own cart, and he makes good coffee." And his name's on there, like Sergeant Litt's his whole name spelled out, his address. He had me write all this on the cup. You fill out your own
Wait,
cup.
are you telling me that Sputnik's isn't a
Right.
Isn't a satellite of
What
the
are you
Starbucks?
trying to say?
He told me it was a satellite of the Starbucks, and that seemed really clever.
Yeah.
So I went with it.
Yeah. He
And
does.
he's like, "What guy?" And you walk out, and he's like, "Oh no,
He
he's just
does-
gone."
Not only that, but he goes, "What does he do? He does coffee and fries." His slogan is, "If he fries, he fries." You know, it's like, what do you do?
I must break you.
I must break you. I must break you 10 for change. Can you break it 10? I can. I must break it.
If he fries, he fries.
Yeah, that guy had me write everything on the cup myself. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was
he even
weird.
wanted to know my
Yeah.
wife's name and where she works. It's kind of weird.
He took it back after my mouth was all over it. I don't.
Yeah, he threw it away for me too.
He swabbed it. I don't know what it was.
So, all right, here's the second one. This one's great. A driver's likelihood of slowing down for pedestrian decreases by 3% for every $1,000 their car is worth.
So you're saying that if it's worth more,
Yes,
they slow down less?
they
Or
slow down. Apparently, they slow down less. See, you can read it.
drivers likelihood of slowing down for a pedestrian decreases by. That seems weird because you'd think that.
Right. You think
The
the,
more it's
opposite.
worth-
Look, if I got a $1,500 van, guess what? I'm
I'm
gonna plow
telling you-
through whatever I want to.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I need to pull out in front of traffic, I'm looking for the oh, Maserati's coming. I got my gap.
Yeah. Let me get my neck brace out of the back seat. Yeah.
Well, because two things: either that guy's got money to pay my bills, or he's stopping because he doesn't want his car
Right.
wrecked.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the same thing. Like when you have I always had a work car when I had to travel distances.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why do you have that?" I'm like, "Because here's the deal. As long as I live there and back, I'm happy. When I want to merge, I get to merge because my car is worth what one of the wheels on your car is worth. You're not going to hit me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First off, I don't even look like I have insurance. You know what I mean? Second off, you're not going to scuff up your ride.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I need to live. Now, I don't play chicken with semis or nothing stupid because they still have a stopping radius. You know, so it's not like, I'll show you. I'll get right in front of you. That's not how it works. But yeah, that was my whole thought was just like, I just need to get there safe and back. So isn't that odd though, that the more expensive your car is, it's almost like maybe then you don't care about humanity.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, so humanity means nothing. It's,
Yeah.
Why? Because I drive
or-
a Bentley.
Or they can afford to get another car where
Scrape them off.
The irony is the people that are driving which are now like what, $3,000 to $5,000, which used to be like a couple $100 for a
Right.
car. Now it's like
Yeah.
$5,000 minimum. Those
Right.
people can't get another car. So like, well, guess I better stop
Yeah, I better slow down.
because of that human life. No, because I can't replace this.
I was gonna say, so is that maybe that's what you do then? It's just considered a donation when you give them the car you just hit them with.
1-800 cars for kids.
It's 3% rule.
Yeah.
But yeah.
does it mean you have to drive the car into kids?
Yeah.
That's what the song implies. Yes.
So if that's the case, then if you had I guess maybe you just care about humanity more when you don't. I don't know. That's just it's wild.
Yeah,
I would think the math would work the other way.
The fact that they don't put causation in there, it's just like, hey, there's a statistic we found,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
what derives it or anything.
All right. So here's my favorite one, and I saved it for last. This guy, if he's not related to Chuck Norris, I have no idea who is. Okay. Park Ranger Roy Sullivan, we have a name, was struck by lightning for the 7th time on the same day he fought off a bear with a stick for the 22nd time.
I feel like Roy is just going out there like just berserk style. Also, turns out Roy walks around with a hat with a 7-foot, like steel pole on it
Right.
in the rain.
What's he do? Well, he hangs copper from trees.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what he does on the weekends.
All covered in honey.
Yeah, he hangs copper from trees. So, and you know all he likes is
Yeah,
honey
is that the
sticks.
guy that's out in a tree stand where there's no trees?
Yeah.
He's just out like
He's,
the steel street.
he pole vaults over the bear den. That's what he does. What are you doing? I'm going to go pole vault over that bear den. I can't see anything bad happening because I got a stick, you know?
Well, he's like, you know what? Hey, who's that? Oh, that's Roy. Where's he going? I don't know. He just said he needed to recharge. Don't go out there, Roy.
I was going to go with him. Don't.
Don't.
unless you got a stick.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a stick.
I don't care how tired you are. Never go out with Roy to recharge.
It's like, and most people probably don't know this movie anymore, but The Great Outdoors, when they're like, "Yeah, how many times you get hit in the head?" And he's like 66 in the head. You know, it's like after a while.
Yeah.
You know, this has to be.
And then the bear's like, Big Roy.
Yeah.
Big Roy chase.
After a while.
That's a deep cut.
You know, but you know, the 23rd bear, 'cause this is 22nd time now. You know, he's telling the next guy, he's like, whoa. If he's got a stick, just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're like that human that glows?
Yeah.
Don't even go near him.
Hey, if he's smoldering, he's almost superhuman. All right? So you do not want to mess with him. All right? And if he's got a stick, bro, just stay in the cave.
Turns out he just is a Damon cutout at Damon Land.
Yeah.
That's not even a real human.
It pops up so fast it knocks the bear down.
And the metal,
bam!
Yeah. And the metal pole just attracts lightning.
And there's so many of them. He just keeps getting hit from every side. He's like, this guy beat the crap out of me.
It's like Sideshow Bob and Rakes.
Yeah. So
Bam, 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 bam.
So what guy was it? The guy with his statue in the middle of the world over there. I don't know that guy. That guy with the statue. But yeah, so I just imagine that 22nd bear.
I also feel like all the cutouts in the statue of you would make it look, more flattering than you are. So if you physically visited the park, people would be like, who is this guy?
Yeah, right.
Why is this guy acting walking around like he owns the joint? It'd be like 2 to 3 inches taller.
Yeah. Who's Girth Disney over there? What has he got going on? You know? It's Damon, and it's Damon Land, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Was that guy think he owns the place? Eating all these dill whips. Yeah. You know what, though? Going back to that, I think that they could sell that.
I was going with Waddle Disney, but Girth Disney got me. I gotta say.
Waddle.
Yeah.
There's a penguin ride. It's just me. That's all it is. Look at those penguins. They all look like they're little cardboard cutouts of the owner. I got it. Okay.
Or Walt Blown Knees, maybe.
D's knees hurt. Walt D's knees hurt. All right. So anyway, now that we learned about the baddest park ranger you'll ever have to deal with,
What was his name? Roy
Sullivan.
Roy Sullivan.
All right. If you know a Roy Sullivan,
That just sounds like a guy that would be like, I got some stories.
you know what's weird? That voice is what does it. That's how he sits on. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
He just goes right into that voice. You're like, wait a minute, you're going to tell the bear story again?
Yeah. Look at him. He looks like it, literally.
Oh, they should put a picture of him up. He is quite old.
He does look like just that guy you'd see in old photos and be like, that guy seems
Yeah, but just the fact that guy's been hit by lightning
look
7 times.
Look at his hat. His hat is pristine except it's burnt at the top.
He's got a metal plate in his head.
Oh, you say you've seen a bear? Let me tell you some stories, son.
He's not allowed to walk out there unless.
Wait. Cause of death, gunshot wound. I just caught that in the Wikipedia.
From a bear. Right.
Right to bear arms, Roy.
Yeah.
Like I think none of that comes up. Fought dozens of bears.
Yeah.
Hit by lightning multiple times.
Yeah.
Cause of death, shot dead.
Yeah. Wow. I thought they were going to say it was a bear in a very expensive car.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive car.
It's hard to stop a train.
Right.
But it turns out not exactly that hard to stop a Sullivan.
Right. Wow. All right.
I bet this guy's indestructible. Bam. Well,
Okay.
guessed wrong.
What was that show called where they tested theories? They put them on there.
Oh, Mythbusters?
Yeah. False. What's the next
No,
one?
it's busted.
Yeah, busted.
Can you survive
In the
lightning?
name.
Plausible. Can you survive bullets? Busted.
Busted. Yeah. Then you see the bear over there with a stick going, I was ready for round 2. I was ready.
Jamie's over there just like looking like a walrus. Well, there's your problem. Turns out he's not bulletproof.
He's not bulletproof. What if they shoot you in the head? It's a risk we're willing to take.
Roy said to go ahead and do it.
So it turns out he wore bear-proof vest, not bulletproof. He's like, look, there's a better chance.
Right as they're pulling the trigger, he looks down. He's like, oh, no.
Yeah, this was
Wrong vest.
Wrong vest. This is for bear fight. Slow motion. Stop. Yeah. All right. We're going to do TCO sells it for you. We got to move on. Roy Sullivan's badass. All right.
This might be an extra special episode.
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
along.
Yeah. So
Oh, look, we
TCO. Wait.
these are just for us.
Somebody had time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
we take a week off. And
Yeah. Nobody likes a bragger, Mac. He's like, look at somebody's been doing arts and crafts. So anyway, TCO sells it for you. This is the headline. Display coffins, $15. Okay.
Just wait. Do they display coffins for you for $15?
No, these are coffins you put on display,
Oh, coffins you put on display.
and they start at $15.
Are they full-size coffins?
No, they are not. They are desktop coffins.
All right, read me this description because I'm clearly
Well, what I like
way off
underneath
base
this
here.
so the picture I took of that was $15. It says public meetup, door pickup, or drop off. I don't want to meet anybody that makes display coffins. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Now, here is the details. Condition: they are new. Okay,
Well, that's comforting.
That's yeah. It says description: handmade coffins! Exclamation point. All right, very excited about handmade coffins. Anyway, each one unique and holds different items. Listen to this: crystals, animal bones, sage, snakeskin, tarantula molts, etc.
Is this like you can get this from 3 feet deep?
I don't know.
This feels like right up Andy and Rachel's wheelhouse.
It says these go super fast, so contact me if you're interested.
Wait, like they sell super fast, or they like move around? Super fast? Like if I'm buying a call from someone that's moving, they're like, nope, I'm out.
Right. So it says these go super fast, so contact me if you're interested. But then here's the best one: always creating more and can do custom, because they had to put the exclamation point behind everything.
Yeah, I would have to assume that if
But
they're
it's-
handmade, they're probably custom.
But it says pricing varies from $15 and up depending on the size and items in the coffin. Okay.
Wait, I don't even get to display my own stuff? I got to pay this guy to display the stuff and then pay him more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side note, Mac, I'm not opposed to that coffin chair that you
Yeah. I was gonna say that's kind of cool looking. You put that up. That's pretty neat. So, but no, these look like they're made. Like you
Show
know.
me a picture.
Okay. So here's
Well,
a
that
picture.
kind of looks like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It's
With
like
that, with like the
yeah, but it's like cardboard or something, or maybe it's clay.
Yeah.
Maybe they make it out of clay or something. It's small.
I mean, it looks like a curio thing.
My guess would be it's between
But it
4 and
literally
6
looks
inches
like
high.
if 3 feet deep came back here to Audio Hive and did a
And decorated.
podcast and had 6 of those on the table,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even notice.
Right. You'd be like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They brought in their stuff from home again.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And in my house, I'd be like, someone's summoning demons.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
If that showed up in my house, I'd be
Yeah.
like 2 steps past it, 3 steps back. Wait a minute.
Right.
This wasn't here yesterday, right?
Now, I noticed there's a tarantula molt. Is there a tarantula somewhere in
Yeah.
this house?
I've been gone all week in Atlanta, but
Yeah.
my finder brain says this wasn't
Yeah.
here last time.
I don't think this was here. Yeah. So anyway, they're $15. Porch pickup is easy. It says so right in there.
I'm not going to this guy's house.
No, it's like then what you'll have Damon molt on your neck, from Damon Land. That's what we'll do is we'll put the molt. We'll make a shrine
Yeah.
right in front of the castle.
Yeah,
I gotta have a castle, by the way.
Porch pickup is available. Do not tell your family where you're going.
Yeah, right. Turn off all locators on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Faraday cage pickup available. Why am I going in here to pick this up?
But even worse, when he says delivery too, it's like, well, I'm not telling you where I live.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let me tell you what's not going to, we're going to meet in like a shopping mall parking lot.
Then they track this guy backwards. Like
Yeah.
they go to your house and find a coffin like designed like what you'd find in my house. And then they go to my house.
It's always the next guy.
And find a coffin that looks like the stuff they designed they find in Mac's house. And they go
Yeah.
to Mac's house and suddenly
Yeah.
it's monster stuff. And like, this guy's just been killing people in a row.
And they all know each other.
Yeah. Turns out this guy was Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. 6 degrees of coffin. That's what it is. 6 degrees of coffin. So anyway, if you need to get your miniature display coffin on,
You don't.
yeah, but if you feel you need to, all right.
Yeah.
We
I'm
know a
telling
guy.
you, leave
We
that,
know a guy.
Leave that number for Mac. 'Cause
Yeah, we know a guy. So
some of his clientele might want that.
Roy Sullivan might want that. I'll be honest with you.
He is dead. You could use a coffin.
Wow, that was harsh, man. He's not.
It didn't say like
Yeah,
gunshot wound. Like, all right.
died from a bullet. Wait, did somebody throw it at him?
Is there some other kind of like gunshot? Like you can just say, like it just seems weird that's how you phrase that you died of being shot. Gunshot wound.
Well, that's going to leave a mark. It just says it right on the headstone. I left a mark. All right, let's do TCO of the week.
TCO.
Of the week. All right.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, established 2020.
He has one of those established.
This is 2020.
You know what's false?
I was waiting. I was waiting. I was like, is he going to put it on a fancy calendar?
Yeah, but I will be honest with you. TCO of the week was not founded in 2020.
It's 2022.
Yeah, that was last year. So, wow. This is. Are you editing it right now? That doesn't count if you're editing it right now. I can see in there now. They moved the desk.
Well, I didn't even know he was out there.
Yeah, no, I've seen him for a little bit. I didn't call attention to him.
You know, I'm looking the other way.
Yeah, because he wasn't he wasn't feeling anything you had to say so
I know
far,
this
so I
isn't
didn't
your
wanna
name,
call
but I
him.
wanted to say Gerald just
Yeah.
just out of anger.
Right. All right, so here's our TCO of the week.
How long has he been out there? I've been talking to Mac the whole time like it's him.
Pretty much since top of the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Mac knew and also didn't let me know.
Yeah. So burglar busted thanks to Cheeto dust on her teeth. According to cops.
I'm already in.
Okay. First off, I may go down for so many things, okay?
Wait, is that a crime now?
Right. What if it's
no.
What if it's on your t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it says Sharon Carr with 2 R's, so she's follows after you. The alleged burglar who was identified by the Cheeto dust in her mouth. She was caught orange-handed. Okay, that's
she was caught orange mouth.
Yeah. Cops said they arrived at the home where a mom and 2 young kids had called 911 to report that another lady had pried a screen off her window. So I don't know if that means like the second lady this day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But somebody, that's her picture.
Does this say Tampa?
Oh, I didn't get that far yet, so I have no idea. But it says that
Or does that say Tulsa?
she pried a screen off and she got inside. Okay.
Okay.
Now it says the snack-loving sneak had already fled, so they didn't catch her. But the cops say they found a bag of Cheetos and a bottle of water on the floor near an open window.
Oh, see, that's the problem. Is that they're salty. They make you thirsty.
So a few seconds later, however, Carr allegedly emerged from the shadows. Okay. The mom ID'd her as the invader, and the bust was further cemented when the incriminating orange snack food residue was still in her teeth.
Now, remember, we talked about order of operations earlier.
Yes.
If she would have had the water second,
Yes.
it would have washed that away.
Rinse.
Yes.
Rinse. You got to rinse. You got to rinse from Cheetos. So it says, everybody knows you got to have a Cheeto rinse. You know what I mean? It's just got to happen. We should make that. We should bottle that.
Yeah,
Cheeto rinse.
Cheeto rinse.
Yeah, we could probably.
That sounds like you've used Cheetos to rinse. But
Yeah. So, but it says cops think she dropped the bag while making her escape. And this is a quote. A good reminder that Cheeto dust can be pretty hard to get rid of, Tulsa police wrote on Facebook. So here's the deal. As they're dragging me through the airport off the plane,
right.
there's going to be a steady trail of Cheeto dust and probably Pringles.
That's the thing. Can you DNA match Cheetos to Cheetos? Like, are they just going to start are they just going to start arresting people based on crumbs? Because you're dead.
Yeah, right. I am going to fry.
You bury this man under the jail, Your Honor.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Especially when my attorney's Wade what?
Stupid! You're so stupid!
That's his argument. My client is stupid, oh so stupid, and he likes Cheetos. But case closed. And then he fist bumps the judge. We're like, what are we doing? What happened? Did something good just happen?
You just say Chester Cheetah in the back, chopping his sunglasses down, like, yeah, we got another.
I got another one.
I love it when justice is cheesy.
Another one's teeth are rust. No, that's Cheeto dust. That's not.
Hold up. Another one's teeth is dust.
Yeah. But
And another one's done. Another one.
I don't understand how. I mean, I guess I do, but why did you just emerged from wherever you were and you're like, hey, I'm just out walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got a mouth, your hands are
Also,
covered in Cheeto.
I'm telling you, though, I get it. Like, you found Cheetos, the person that Cheetos, there's got to be some plausible deniability there.
Right. Well, the mom said that's the lady that was in their house.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Okay, so that's fine.
That ties it. But still, I mean, if you're going down to,
Yeah.
all right, there was a robbery at Taco Bell.
Right.
We found some fire sauce in your junk drawer. Must have been you.
Right.
You can find fire sauce in everyone's junk drawer,
Well,
Your Honor.
then the other thing is like, remember last week when something happened at the Chinese restaurant? Soy sauce. Book him, Dano. You know what I mean? He's getting it twice. So
11 sleeves of chopsticks, only one stick per
Right,
sleeve.
right.
It was you.
it was you. You only take the left. Flip them over. You only take the right. But so anyway, if you're committing a crime, first off, don't let it be anywhere where Roy Sullivan is, which he's Now he's in the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, was it? Hey, high five. Condolences. Up top.
She basically fun dipped her way into that.
Correct. But imagine that police lineup. Here's everybody up there, right? And they're all disheveled and everything else. But she's the one with Cheeto dust on her.
Wasn't that? I feel like that was a commercial where they couldn't figure out who had stolen something, and then they turned on a black light, and then someone had It was like a commercial. Like someone stole their Cheetos.
Oh,
and
okay.
They turned on they had the whole family, and they turned on the black light, and the mom was able to see the dad with like Cheeto fingers and
Gotcha.
Cheeto mouth.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that somewhere in a legal journal someone was like, now we have new ways to find
Right,
evidence.
correct. Probable
Yeah.
cause, Cheeto dust. Why'd you pull me over? Sir, I could see the Cheeto dust from your rearview mirror.
Now, what happens if you falsely send someone to jail? Then it's like, Johnson versus Frito-Lay. Goes all the way to the Supreme Court.
That would be your, because it has the word free in it. That would be your attorney. Frito-Lay would be your attorney on that one. You know what I mean? That would be great.
No, my name is Tole. I don't get why this happens all the time. My name is Free Tole.
I was going to do my voice.
Yeah.
I thought it would be better.
Oh my God, don't.
Huh?
Don't.
Hey, I'm Frito-Lay, man. Huh?
No.
I'll get you off, man.
There are 4 people in this building. 3 of you do not want do not want the voice.
Gotcha. All right. I'll stop, man. Sorry. Okay.
What?
I hear him. Mac's like, I'll scrub it off. That's okay. I'll
Good.
take the money. By the way, got to scrub your own stuff off last week, didn't you, Mr. Beeper? Yeah. Good for you.
I haven't done that yet. Thanks for reminding me.
It's coming out. So let's do our strange story. Ready? Strange stories. I like that.
Because Mac accidentally played it earlier, I realized, well, that is pretty short. Let's just let it run. Actually, I like this. I like this graphic.
We're gonna let it ride. That's like a Pac-Man ghost.
Now, what are we going to do with these?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Eventually, they're gonna have to be behind
I
us.
don't like
guess.
the play and pause button going over the front of it.
Yeah. That seems kind of weird.
I don't think we can license that. I think Namco is one of those places that might throw up hey guys, we own that.
We don't have Namco money.
No.
So yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey, that's on Canva. It's fair game.
Oh really?
I don't think that's how that works. It's the same as it's on Etsy. That's how it works.
Yeah.
No, ask the people that get sued by broke knees
Yeah.
over
No,
here.
it's all
those-
licensed. It's all licensed stuff.
Those golden arches, I saw those 5 times on the way in here today. They're on everything. So
Pay
yeah,
for that
I
premium
could use
plan.
that. But so here's our headline. You ready? YouTuber's pet fish commits credit card fraud on Nintendo Switch.
And we're worried about Namco.
A lot going on there. YouTuber's pet fish commits credit card fraud
We barely have Costco money,
on Nintendo Switch.
Mac, much less Namco money.
Correct. Yeah, but I do. I have a membership.
You do.
I don't like to
Yeah.
brag, but I have a membership.
I know you got.
I buy mac
you
and
got
cheese.
Your craft.
I'm probably gonna
you
get
got
a
your
hot dog
craft
after this.
Brian and cheese.
You gonna get a hot dog after this?
I was
Costco?
wondering, I'm like, is it okay to go to Costco just to get a hot dog?
You walk in and just be like, I got to return, but don't return nothing. Just walk over and get a hot dog. Who cares? You know what I mean? Just,
If you're close enough to a Costco, yes.
yeah.
Like if you're driving to a Costco just for a hot dog, no, that's weird.
But I
Date
mean,
night.
it's 5 minutes from here.
Yeah, no, then yeah, go
Date
ahead.
night. Hey, it's a true story. When we were there getting spending our awesome
This sounds
macaroni
like a
money.
date night you had.
Yeah. So we're sitting down and there's all these little kids around, and I said, "Could you imagine?" Because they sell pizzas, like 18-inch pizzas for like $9, and I've never had their pizza. I don't know if it's good or not, but that seems like a very acceptable price for an 18-inch pizza. I said, "Imagine having your kid's birthday party right here." You know, like McDonald's used to have the Funland
right.
when we were kids.
Right.
Very similar tables you're sitting on. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So I thought it was very wild. I was like, imagine doing that. Then like you go buy the cake, the sheet cake over there. You just bring it out. You know what I mean? You smuggle in your own candles. You buy the pizza right over here. I'm like, everybody's mom has to be a member or they can't get in. You know what I mean?
You should do it in spring when they have the play sets on display.
Ooh, I
And
like
then
where you're
just
thinking.
run the kids over there, get
Yeah.
some energy out.
Well, right now they had couches and stuff. You could run over and grab them up so the parents
That's
could
true.
sit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I really feel
Well,
like
the parents could dine for free along the samples along the.
I did see kind of a hack at Costco last week when I was there.
Did you see Damon?
yeah,
End of story.
yeah.
Yeah, Finn. Just put Finn in black.
You know what he goes? It's not Mad Libs. Correct.
All right, tell us about this Damon you saw at Costco.
So I'm like sitting down to eat my hot dog, and there's like a family, and they have the pizza, right? But then they also had like an entire shrimp cocktail platter that they bought like from the grocery store, and they just opened it up right there at the table, and we're eating
I'm
it.
telling you, based on all this travel I'm doing, like middle seat grabber and everything, people just have no concept of public anymore.
No.
Like we went in our homes for like 18 months and the world was like, I don't know how to do this anymore.
Right. Well, but it goes back to me too, where it's like, it's my world.
Of course, I'm just going to say everything goes back to you in your world.
Well, I'm just saying.
I will tell you this. You were talking about the McDonald land. I would pay cash money for one of those hamburger seats they used to have. The stools that look like a living hamburger.
Right.
Well, not because I creepily want to sit on a hamburger face.
Right.
But I just like those stools are weird. Get out of here, Jerry. I heard that.
So again, YouTuber's pet fish commits credit card fraud on Nintendo Switch. So the bizarre incident. Yeah, there you go. Strange stories. Boo. The bizarre incident.
Like those scratch and sniff stickers we used to have.
Was due to an experiment where a motion detector controlled a video game character based on the fish's movements. But the game crashed and left the fish free to explore the features of the internet-capable game console. Through an immensely unlikely chain of commands, the fish managed to find their way to Nintendo eShop. By the time their owner noticed what was going on, it was too late. The fish had made purchases. So what have we learned? Don't let your little ones have credit cards unattended when they're fish. Oh, this must have been in Japan, because it says Mute Kamari was rigged up. He rigged up a system where he can control the games by reading the ways the fish move. Camera monitors the aquarium, and motion tracking software translates the feed into its inputs. His channel has nearly 93,000 subscribers. We have a podcast, and we don't have anything like that. We need fish.
Yeah.
We need fish.
I would much rather just work with a fish.
Yeah, right.
To be honest with you.
You're like, I think this fish is doing way more than Damon ever
What
did.
I need, though, is I need a fish with a bankroll.
How are you going to feel being a sidekick to
I
a
need
fish?
a fish
Do
with
we
a
know if this
bankroll,
particular
and then we
fish
can
is
talk
still
about
alive?
it. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be that checks out with the fish and Ted. I still can't get first billing.
Yeah.
I still.
I don't care if it's one of those dead Billy Bass things.
But it says in 2020,
As long as it's not you.
his fish friends managed to beat Pokemon Sapphire in merely 3,195 hours. Sure, a human can do it in about 100 times faster, but it's still pretty impressive for a fish.
I don't know. Maybe put the scientific knowledge this guy has into solving a problem.
Right? He decided to see if they can beat both Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on Nintendo Switch. He hooked up his fishy game system and let it go to work.
Roy Sullivan is dead from gun violence. And this guy is teaching fish how to play video games.
This guy's walking around on his two sassy legs. It says, now, thousands of hours of fish-based gameplay can get pretty boring. So he often leaves the fish to their gameplay unattended. If you have to sit there and stare at the fish
Yeah.
while they're playing, I don't like watching people play regular video games.
Yeah.
I can't imagine watching a fish do it, you know? And it says, but that's what he did. He left them alone, and they successfully won over several Pokemon battles. But then, after 1,144 hours, the game unexpectedly crashed. Weird. You think they do that after 1,100 hours left
It probably was just done.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you he melted down a system.
Well, either that or it was like, we get it, fish. We
Right,
get it.
yeah.
You're good at this.
So the game application shut down and threw the system back into the main menu. However, it didn't affect the motion capture software because that's separate. So hours after aimlessly clicking and scrolling, the fish activated the Nintendo's web store. Then an event that defies all likelihood managed to buy 500 yen. Oh, $5 worth of Nintendo eShop points. I thought he really bought something good.
Yeah, you've seen those videos where like the kids have accidentally purchased stuff
Yeah.
online. Like
Right.
there was one recently where the kid ordered pizza and they showed up and accidentally.
Yeah.
Just like someone handed a phone and went through the app and was just playing around and suddenly Domino's shows up with like 40 pizzas and they're like,
Yeah.
we don't need those. Meanwhile, you probably popped up in the back. Well, what do they got on them?
It's just my pop-up.
Yeah.
Which is
Your pop-up.
Hey, cash painted on it.
Yeah, but it's like, what do they have on them? Someone fix that speaker.
Please, for the love of God, plug that in. Please. Oh, it also then it broadcasts his credit card information live on the internet. That's awesome. So
That's like that LifeLock guy that was like, here's my social security number. I trust my company. And then immediately it's like, man has to take social security number down because he's been.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, the one where he used to drive it around on a truck.
Yeah.
They're like, this is my social security number. Cool.
Yeah. Then you got hacked like a
There's
million times.
87 of you now on the dark web. But anyway, it says basically it was $5. You know, it doesn't say that they bought it.
Hey, I will let someone steal $5 from me if I can get a worldwide viral story about it.
Well, it says Nintendo agreed to reverse the purchase and gave him back his $5. You can't even go, hey, look at I have 93,000 followers. Look at the kind of play this is getting me. 2 idiots in Illinois are talking about it right now. You know what I mean? To people that would never watch this.
2 other people are talking about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know in this room, one idiot's talking about it.
And his sidekick. So anyway.
You know in that story, I'm the sidekick, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That makes you.
That checks out.
Hey, is it that time?
That's about right. Run it, Mac. Just run it.
Wait, did you say oops? Is it that time?
Just run it.
It was on the timer.
Yeah.
No, you know
run
what? I think it needs to be that time.
Yeah.
If Roy Sullivan was here, he would make a stop right now.
Hey, Ted, where can they find us? You can find us at thatchecksout.net. All the socials that checks out. WDT. WT stands for with Damon and Ted. This has been a TCO Productions, recorded to you from Audio High Podcasting Studios. Record your own podcast. Come on down, talk to Max, set that up. You'll have a great time. I'd like to thank you for Dairy Work in Video Village. Listen to his podcast, The Bummy Bears. We'll catch you next time. Thank you for everyone. For Damon, this has been Ted. That checks out.
Everybody's going to ride my carousel too. I'm going to be every character on it. They have to sit, yeah, they're like one's sitting on my lap.
But I can see you're sitting, like you're laying on your back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one where I'm laying down. Is that a sleigh? No, that's Damon.
You're on your back and I'll
I thought of that when you were talking. I'm like,
I'm just going to face